Hey everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Today I am doing another 2020 memory planner spread for you. This one is from the week of November 23rd. That was the week of Thanksgiving last year. I am really excited. I feel like I am really trucking along with these now and almost all cut up in here. I only have about 5 weeks left of spreads and then I am all done. So feeling so good to be almost caught up with these. Can't wait to finish out this planner. I'll probably do a full flip through of this planner once everything is all finished up and once I am all caught up. So definitely stay tuned for more Plan With Me's in here and then a full flip through. I have this kit from Vanilla Paper Co. It was called Be Thankful and I just absolutely love this. I love this kit. I love this art set so much. I actually ended up buying the clip art for this and doing my like personal wide ring setup in this fall clip art. So I have that linked down below. I'll try and remember to put it in the cards. It's like really old. Obviously it's from the fall and I'm not even using that size planner right now, but you know me, I love a good planner setup. Anyway, yeah, this is actually a full kit. I started buying full kits from her shop so that I would have just a little bit more to work with because she doesn't include enough sidebar stuff in the mini kit. And if you do the full kit, you get the heart checklists, which also comes with a weekly ombre. So I have been doing that. I started doing that and I'm still doing that. Her price point is really, really low. Her shipping takes a super long time. So, you know, make sure you're leaving yourself like 2 to 3 months to get your package, but her price point is phenomenal. So it's definitely worth it, in my opinion, as long as you know that going into it. Anyway, you do have this unfoiled page with all like these functional items. You also get, this is included in the full kit that's not included in the mini kit, and it does come with all the little things. I never use the headers, but it is nice to have little things sometimes. This really, really gorgeous bottom washi date covers, and there is an extra full box in there, which I actually really like that extra full box. Anyway, I think I already showed that page, but I also have the headers for this one, which this is like a little bit different than the other headers that I've gotten from her when I've gotten them. And it's got like dots and bows, and I thought these were super cute. So I am gonna use all of them this week, and then all of the kits, mini and full, do come with this add-on with a bunch of icons and and a header, which I won't be using this week, but I will save that to use with something else. Anyway, I am gonna pull out these pages and jump in. So this was the week of Thanksgiving, like I said, and I decided to use these little gingerbread man date numbers from Sadie's Stickers. I just like figured I was probably never going to use them otherwise, and you know, not exactly the right week, but kind of fits with the overall vibe. I don't know, Thanksgiving, whatever. They look really cute in the spread and I really like them, but like it's just, I got them in like a random grab bag. It's definitely not something I would just buy, but I don't even know why I saved them. I think I got like in a couple of grab bags, I had ended up with like 2 or 3 sheets of these, and I just saved one just because, and I like gifted the other ones along. But yeah, anyway, I do think that they look really cute. And when I was just looking through my stash, I was like, I'm going to use these. I did use the headers that I bought for this. I thought that these are so cute. I really like these with the bows and the dots together better than like she does, depending on the kits, like different ones. Sometimes they're like kind of like the just like sparkler type ones, and sometimes they're like straight bows across, different stuff. But I really like these bow and dot ones. I think that they look super, super cute, and I really love the rose gold foil on this. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know the rose gold is kind of my favorite, although I don't use it. Like gold is definitely my most used foil, but rose gold is my favorite. Anyway, this week I was so incredibly busy with work still. I was working on like 2 major projects. Things were going well, but I just had like accidentally ended up way overcommitted because like a project got delayed and another project got moved forward, and they were supposed to be like one after the other, and they ended up overlapping for like almost a month, and it was really just way too much work like compared to the amount of time I have to devote to work. But anyway, so that was really stressful, but I did take like some time off, I think, but I didn't do like any work on Thursday or Friday this week, and then just a little bit over the weekend. So that was really nice to get like kind of a little bit of a break. And you know, one of the companies that I work for, like one of my clients is like super, super good about holidays. And it's like, it's the company that I used to work for. So I like really know like the culture there is like very much like people don't work when they're on vacation, and people take their vacation time. And so I knew that they would be kind of shut down over Thanksgiving anyways, which eased a little bit of stress. And it was nice to get like some downtime after, you know, such a busy a busy couple of weeks, which if you saw my last couple plan with me's that were in this planner, you will know I've been super busy at work. But yeah, and anyway, we had a small Thanksgiving dinner at our house with my husband's family. My family had originally planned to do like a different dinner at some point this weekend, but we ended up having to reschedule it. I don't 100% remember why we had to reschedule it. I can't remember if like someone wasn't feeling well and we were just being cautious, or if like there was just a logistical issue. I don't remember, but we ended up just seeing my husband's family for Thanksgiving, and we actually really evenly split up the cooking. So like we hosted it at our house, but we really evenly split the cooking between like us, my mother-in-law, and then like my sister-in-law and her husband's a chef. And it worked so well. It was like so stress-free doing it that way. It was so nice. I was like, this was like so much less stress than I don't remember the year before, but like than a usual Thanksgiving. I mean, obviously it's like way less people than we would usually have for Thanksgiving, or like, I don't know, Thanksgiving's a really big deal in my family, but it worked really well. And I would definitely do this again. More recently for Passover, we like kind of did this where we made like all the sides and everything and like all the stuff for Passover, but my mom made like the brisket, the main course, and that actually worked pretty well too. So definitely, I used to like always think with hosting, like you have to do everything, but definitely I am a fan of sharing it. I won't go like so far as to call it a potluck, but like heading towards the potlucky directions. But yeah, anyway, that was pretty much it. This was, like I said, Thanksgiving. Mostly I just worked in the beginning part of the week, which is exactly what I'm marking now. I'm going to use Fox and Pip Girls for Thanksgiving. I still have like a bunch of those holiday sheets. I'm like really well stocked up on those. So definitely going to use them because they have like all the turkey girls, which I really, really like. So I also used some Hello Petite paper stuff and also Rose and Tea Shop stuff. So just trying to like match the pinks in this kit, and actually the Rose and Tea pinks in this kit match really well. But I just grabbed a couple different things from random places, and I actually had some Clever Gal Crafts, like specifically autumn stuff that also matched the colors in this kit really nicely. So I'll pull in, like I have these little hearts. I pulled in a bunch of them. I'm actually about to put one down right now, I think. These little hearts with the leaves drawn inside. It's probably pretty hard to see on camera, but they are super, super cute. Anyway, this day I had like a lot of work, a quick money chat about like one of the jobs, which ended up being like, it was this whole kerfuffle. But anyway, it worked out totally fine in the end, and everything was good in the end. But and then I had some more work calls, and then I don't remember where I was working specifically, but I do remember hitting my head, and I like stood up. I don't know exactly what happened, but I hit my head so hard, like so hard, and I had a giant goose egg on my head, like the way that like the kids get when they fall or when they bash their head, and it really hurt. I don't remember what I hit my head on, but I do remember like hitting my head. And then I watched some bad holiday movies on TV that night to just kind of unwind. I was like really into the like not specifically on Hallmark Channel, but like those Hallmark Channel-y movies this year, like Christmas movies, which is usually super not my thing. And I actually like, I have a complicated relationship with Christmas, but I don't usually watch a lot of those movies, but I feel like I watched so many of them this year. Just definitely all the feel-good vibes. And I read like some holiday themed romance novels too. It was like very out of character for me, but quite enjoyable. Anyway, on Tuesday I had a meeting with our contractor. It was the kids' feast day at school, so they had like their little pretend Thanksgiving. Well, not pretend. Well, I'll say pretend because you can't they don't eat meat at school. Like this school, everything has to be kosher dairy, which means like they don't have meat. It's just basically you have to pack vegetarian lunches. So when they have like a Thanksgiving feast at school, I feel like my kids this year told me they had bagels and cream cheese with like side dishes. And then last year they were all really excited about yogurt with like the fruit mixed in. Anyway, so that's what you eat at Thanksgiving. Super exciting stuff. But they have fun. And you don't have to send lunch. You don't have to pack lunch that day with them that day. So that's nice. Then I just did a bunch of work, had some work calls, and then I brined the turkey this day. I am a big fan of dry brining your turkey for Thanksgiving. I've done it that way since I've had cooked my own Thanksgiving dinner. When we lived in Texas, we mostly came home over Christmas vacation because it was easier to take work time off then, like extended periods of work time. And we would often come home for like back east for like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. So we wouldn't come home over Thanksgiving. So we'd been doing Thanksgiving in Texas. And so I usually will just dry brine the turkey, which is basically just like rubbing salt all over it and then leaving it open in the fridge. And it works super, super well. It makes a very lovely turkey. And then I read and took a bath that day. And then Wednesday, I like hustled up and I just worked so much all day, just worked. And I was really, really stressed and I just really wanted to be able to have a nice Thanksgiving. I was like stressed about having people over the next day and stressed about cooking and also just like stressed about just finishing up work, and meeting deadlines and that kind of stuff. And then when I finally finished, I just did like a little bit of reading to unwind. And then I had a horrible night's sleep. Actually, from how stressed I was, like not from one of the kids, which it's not usually a problem I have, but like every once in a while, if you get super in your head, usually I'm a really good sleeper, except for when the baby is like, not sleeping. But I don't think that counts as my problem. Anyway, I mean, it is my problem. Obviously, I have to get up with her, but it's not my problem as in I am the cause. Anyway, Thursday was Thanksgiving. So I am going to put that in the marble full box. I tried to use like a lot of the marble stuff. And I also did bring in that marble Simply Gilded washi. You'll see it up top. And then I bring it into the spread too. It's not exactly the same marble, but I always like want to use marble stuff that I have and then never do because like the marble doesn't match like 100%. So I mean, I campaign that all shops should just use the same marble, but obviously since that's not going to happen, I'm just going to go ahead. I just wanted to just go ahead and use the marble anyways. And it's close enough. And I actually think it looks really nice. It doesn't like the marble in the kit's a little bit more cool tone and the Simply Gilded washi marble is like a little bit more warm tone, but with the pinks in the kit, I think it does end up looking really nice. Anyway, then on Thursday, basically I just prepped the food, I relaxed, I had done like a good amount of stuff in advance, so I was feeling pretty good about everything. I did my hair and then we had our dinner. We had our lovely dinner, which like I said, with all the outsourcing and like the sharing of stuff, we ended up with so much food, so we had like so much leftovers, which I love. I know some people don't love that, but I love that. And like everyone in the and like everyone took home leftovers too. But also, like I said, it ended up being way less stressful than I thought, and I definitely would do that again. Definitely would recommend. And then that night after the kids went to bed, and also the great thing about like everyone having little kids, well, I mean not my mother-in-law obviously, but my sister-in-law has little kids too, is that everybody like we had dinner at like 4, and then everybody was gone, by bedtime, and it was fantastic. So anyway, then that night we watched The Happiest Season, which was like another Christmas movie. It was on Hulu, and it was with like Kristen Stewart, and she like goes home with her girlfriend planning to propose and then realizes like her girlfriend has not come out to her family. Anyway, it was phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. I would definitely like not only just did I love it, but I would definitely like watch it again next year during the season and stuff. I really just very much enjoyed it. So that was fun. And I'm not going to count that as like a bad Christmas movie. I think that was a good Christmas movie. That it was like definitely, way better acting than, the typical Hallmark fare, etc. But anyway, yeah, then that kicked off some holiday season, I guess. I don't know. Then on Friday, we went for smoothies. We went to my mother-in-law's house and got cheesesteaks for lunch. And then my daughter and I, my big kid, my 5-year-old now, we watched the season finale of the Great British Bake Off, which we had been watching together. We watched the whole season together. Like every week we would watch it together while the little ones were taking their nap, and she really, really enjoys it. And she calls it the Great British Bake Off because she can't quite say British right. And it's really cute, and she like loves it. And she still like even now remembers like people's names and like what they made on the show. This kid has a memory like you wouldn't believe. Anyway, so she really, really enjoyed that, and we had a lot of fun watching it together. And we always bake together and stuff as well. And then that night we watched another movie. We watched Uncle Frank which is on Amazon Prime. That was a good movie and not a holiday movie. And then on Saturday we just had some family time, and I decided to do the whole Fox and Pip family gang again, because if you're not going to do it for Thanksgiving week, when are you? Love those Build Your Squad stickers that you can make a family now with the baby. And I did a little bit of work. We had like a little... My friends from high school, we had like a little Zoom say hey, happy Thanksgiving thing, which like I lasted like 15 minutes on. I just don't enjoy those things anymore, like at all. And I don't want anything to do with them, although it is like nice to kind of see your friends or whatever, but I just don't want anything to do with them. But then also like it was during lunch and the kids were like going, nuts, and it's like not, and I'm only one other friend in the group has kids and she only has one. It's like definitely not the same as having 3. Not that like, do what you want with kids and stuff, but in terms of the level of chaos that happens during lunchtime when you are trying to feed 3 children. And so we just said hi really quick and the kids said hi, and all of that good stuff. And then I went over to Home Depot because we were looking at curtains, which we ended up buying the next day in Black Friday, and then we had Thai takeout for dinner, and we started watching The Flight Attendant this night. So it was actually like a really good week for TV. On Saturday, I just did like a bunch of online Black Friday shopping. We were getting a new washer and dryer for the house, so we bought that on Black Friday on sale, and then we also bought like all the curtains, not curtains, like blinds, shades, whatever they're called. Like we have like all the blackout shades for the bedrooms, and then we also got like these Roman shades for in our living room and stuff. So we bought all of that from Home Depot. I went in person so that I could see like the fabric samples and stuff and make sure they didn't look like too cheapy or anything. And then we ordered them online because they were on like super mega sale. And then that was really nice, and they worked out really well. And I'm really glad we did that instead of going with like a really fancy place because, well, we had a crew here to install them, and also my husband ended up installing the last one, and I wouldn't want to do a whole house, but like having to do a couple yourself was not that big of a deal. But yeah, so, and they look really nice. They definitely look like really nice shades and stuff, they don't look cheap at all, and they weren't that cheap. They were just like a lot less expensive than some of the quotes we got from like some of the places that we had called, and like the place that our contractor had introduced us to, which I was just like, this is not happening. We're trying to save a little bit of money after all of that siding and roof drama that we had. But yeah, anyway, and then I just hung out with my husband, and I just put a little journaling space to write that we had like a lot of fun. On the sidebar, I didn't end up leaving journaling space. I just end up doing some lettering on the side, which then I end up having to replace because I couldn't make the lettering work on camera. But I liked doing that for Thanksgiving. Honestly, like I don't have more to say about this week than was like already in the spread or the sentiments already expressed in the past 2 weeks about the work chaos that was going on. So I think and it's really hard to like do the journaling, like do a full journaling box when this happened so long ago. So I like having like the smaller journaling space for these kind of long past memory spreads. But yeah, that is it for this week. I'm just finishing up by swapping out that box, which I lettered off screen, and adding a little bit more sparkly deco. Okay, that is everything all finished up. I absolutely love how this came together. I actually used a Pigma Micron 05 this week to write. I've been experimenting with like using a slightly thicker pen. I do think I will eventually go back to the 03, and then I did use a Tombow brush pen, the little Futunesque one, to do the lettering there, but I had to do it off camera because otherwise I could not fit it in. Anyway, let me give that a little wiggle for you. Love all that rose gold foil, and let me show you what I have left from the kit. This was a full-size kit, so I did have like a good amount left, and I did just use that one box, but I did use some of the extra boxes on that extra page, and as well a couple of the little things, but I use most of the functional stuff here. Anyway, that is everything. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd love it if you'd subscribe and check me out on Instagram at MyCraftyPlans to keep up with everything going on in my planners. Bye!